Hello, everyone. Welcome back from our very, very long hiatus. The Earth's Mightiest Gyros podcast. We're back. Hopefully, regular this time. I know we said
Yep.
that. I know we said that last time, but I'm being real. I got lazy. I started procrastinating, and then life happened. I graduated uni, started looking for jobs, got rejected from a bunch of jobs, and now just waiting for life to throw even more shit at me.
Well, mine's like the opposite of yours, where I lost my job and I'm still going uni. So it's quite mad there.
Still, man, I can't believe that happened. And that's so peak. Like,
I'm actually more happy it happened because I'm just looking at the company now. They're going downhill, man.
oh, so you saved yourself from sinking ship, is what
I,
you're
I
saying.
feel like that, yeah. Although it would have been nice if they paid off. I did ask them in my last meeting, can they pay off this year of uni? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh,
Oh, that they
that was
just
a good try.
they did you dirty. Like, I feel
Also,
like
I just found out my uni fees went up. Oh fuck, that was annoying.
what?
Yeah, so for part time, it's like usually 4.5 grand.
Oh, okay.
So, but that was the first 2 years. And then if they just did that, so 4.5 times 5, that's like what, 20, 22 or 22.5k. That's not matching a full times course, so they bumped up this year to like 6 point something.
Oh
So
man,
once I finish uni, it'll be like 28k. It'll be the same, maybe a bit
basically,
more than.
I think had I not taken out a maintenance loan, you would that would have been matching my 3 years.
God damn.
Actually, no, you would have exceeded it because my 3 years would have been 27,750.
Mhm.
If I hadn't taken maintenance loans, the maintenance loans brought it up to about 36k.
Jesus Christ.
I know, but it is what it is. I fault myself for taking out the maintenance loan because I shouldn't have done that. I lived at home. I had a job for the first 2 years. I had a job, working at Primark, and then I quit Primark in my first month of third year. Not even first month, first week, because I was just like, you know what,
CBA.
can't be asked. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
just like I have a dissertation to do. Let me do it, and let me just focus on my lab work, my dissertation, and just overall uni in general. Because my second year grade was dreadful. I'm literally just barely hit a 2.2 in second year, but and I can't believe I'm saying this. Thank you to COVID, because COVID saved my uni degree. Had it not been,
COVID. COVID did do bits. Not gonna lie. I would have fucked up my test if.
if they weren't
Because
open book.
yeah, they were open book, and also another funny thing is the exams were made uh for like they weren't planned to be online, of course, so they had to make them online. So they had to rush out and make exams during the COVID season. And one of the questions had a grammatical error, so everyone got 3 marks for that.
Ah, that's that. I guess that's nice. Now
Yeah.
with us, right? Um, so obviously we had open book exams, and they gave us 24 hours to do it.
Yep. Same. Yeah.
But with some of the modules, we had we had 5 modules that would have been examined this year.
Mhm.
Uh, Physical chemistry, organic chemistry, and inorganic chemistry. Those are our those three were our quote unquote core, which were, at the end of the day they were exams 24 hours, and then we had our optional modules which were turned into courseworks. They say
Mhm.
courseworks. They were literally what they literally did was they just took exam questions, they like gave us like 3 times as many questions and just gave us a week to complete that.
Okay. No.
Yeah, and I didn't mind that. It's just there was a lot of questions, man. It's just
Mhm.
like I remember for the 24 hour exams, I used to literally utilize the entire 24 hours. I did not at all hesitate to say, you know what, I've exceeded the normal 3 hour time limit. I'm gonna stop here and submit. I'm like, no, not. I don't think anyone who did that, you know, I
The
respect.
balls.
Anyone who did that, I respect your integrity, but you're a clown. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Why would you not spend all the time giving if you can?
I'm sorry to say this, but you're a clown. Yes, there is integrity, but think of it like this: they are conning you out of 9k a year, man.
That is true.
The worst part is, right, apparently because this year first time is going to be online, they're still charging you full price for that. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I think if I don't have a lab, my entire first half of the semester, so up until December. I mean October, sorry, is going to be online, and they're going to quote unquote assess. But I just know for a fact they're just going to keep us in at home.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, now that I'm unemployed, that's not too bad because like I don't have to go somewhere. Like if I was working, that would have been alright. But uni before for me was on a Monday in first year and Friday in second year. Now it's on a fucking Tuesday. Like I hate having midday,
Midweek, yeah.
like midweek, sorry, stuff. Like having to go to like the school thing. Like during my apprenticeship, I had to go Thursdays. Like, oh, this is disgusting.
Yeah, no.
Having to break the flow just like that.
I remember in second year, the reason I loved second year so much is because I literally every week I had Wednesday off. So I would have uni from 9 to 6 on Monday and Tuesday.
Hmm?
I would have Wednesday off, and then Thursdays it would be what 2 to 4, and then Friday I think it was 4 to 6. So yeah, I had a lot of 6 o'clock finishes, but when
Like late starts.
yeah, so if
Yeah.
it's a late start and late finish, I don't mind that much. If it was like Monday and Tuesdays, which is when I had labs, so that's when it was a bit annoying because
Hmm.
but I didn't mind. I actually preferred that I had labs on Monday and Tuesday because then you get the stress of it out of the way at the beginning of the week, and then you have your week to do your report. Even though I did it in like 2 days and then just submitted it,
Yeah.
and yet in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that given how bad my second year. Actually, no, my second year grade was bad, but it was actually saved by my lab scores. Now that I think about it, but yeah, thanks to COVID, with this whole open book exams, I graduated with a 2-1
Nice.
in bachelor's chemistry from UCL. So I am qualified, I say, to do it whatever now.
To
Apparently,
make drugs.
that too,
Walter White.
that too. Well,
Is that something you can actually do?
I mean, I could,
But you are, of course, yeah.
but like it's too risky. You get me? That's
'Cause I would have thought it's just a meme where,
that's
like, when you go do like have a chemistry degree, you will know how to make meth and shit. But huh, that's
it it,
interesting.
it, it, it is a meme. I'm not being serious when I say I could.
Oh,
Like if I did like medicinal chemistry or studied organic chemistry further, like to do like a master's in that, I would eventually learn how to, but I don't want
oh
to.
yeah.
I don't
Is
want
that
to
what you
do
want to do?
that. No,
Masters? No.
no.
I remember when I was doing my 2 year apprenticeship, they fucking said I learned about how like my college and uni is gonna be funded. So I was like, yeah, I might as well do a masters. Yeah, like why not? And
Yeah,
then now I'm in like starting third. year, I'm like, fuck that. As soon as I finish uni, I'm going back into work,
yeah,
doing
exactly,
that only.
yeah,
Could
exactly.
not bear being in education for any longer, man.
Yeah, man. It drains you, man. It drains you mentally. It drains you physically. But you know what? I met some great people at uni. Like you know how how the typical anime trope is. It's the friends you made along the way.
Friendship,
Yeah,
fairy tale.
watch that be the One Piece. Nah, man.
Oh, I don't think One Piece will go that hard and do the fucking
Um.
uh the friendship is the One Piece at the end thing.
Oh yeah, no. I doubt that. Oda seems to be too dead set on actually giving us a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add. Yes, I binged all 930. Well, not all 938 because I skipped all the fillers. So about 800 episodes.
Would use the One Piece thingy.
No, I was going to, and then they removed it off of the internet, and I'm like, oh
Oh really?
yeah,
Oh, that's annoying. I was gonna
yeah.
use that one. I want. I might just do the manga.
Yeah, I'd say do the manga as well. Because I also caught up with the manga. Like I saw where the anime stopped and just read the manga chapters from there up until where it is now. So now I'm waiting every Friday for the new manga chapters and every Sunday for the new episodes of the anime.
All the manga. I'm like, I'm not really caught up with a lot of weeklies, but all the stuff I am caught up with is mostly monthlies, and it's just they're annoying. I
Yeah.
like Attack on Titan, JoJo, Vinland Saga. There's another one I've read called Trail of Blood, which is a very fucked up psychological thing. But yeah, it's all monthlies. I'm like, oh god damn it,
Oh
I've
yeah,
nothing else to read.
I think. But JoJo's is on hiatus this month.
Yeah, so
It's
no JoJo this month. It's chapter 100, right? On 101.
I think 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened last chapter? Oh, Spin. Yeah,
Yes.
Spin
Yeah.
came back.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
Spin.
bro! When I tell you, I was gassed about that.
Bro, that's fucking
The
amazing.
second he's, I think Mamazuku's like, it's called the spin. I'm like, no, no. I thought,
100%. I think Mamazuku Rei is a Zeppeli
yeah,
descendant.
yeah, and he's gonna die in the next couple of chapters or something.
Yeah, we got his backstory in '98, so yeah, he's
Yeah,
definitely gonna die.
exactly. And that's how it is in anime. You know, the second you hear the backstory,
The
you know,
guy's
the guy's dead. It's a death sentence. It's like, okay, so if you're a dog in JoJo, if you're a Zeppeli in JoJo, or a Jobro in general, you're dead. And if you
hmm
see it, and if you see the backstory of the character in any anime, assume they're gonna die.
If you're a useless Joe bro, you're most likely alive.
Oh yeah, Polnareff.
Honref first, and then I want to say Koichi was useless, but
Mm,
the guy was in a struggle his whole life.
yeah, you know, what's his name? What's the other guy from Part 4? The retard.
Okuyasu.
Okuyasu. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he came in to be very useful at the end, but you know, it is what it is. But aside from all the anime and manga I've been catching up on recently, the other day, and this is what the main topic of today was going to be about. I purchased the, the I don't want to say much awaited because there was a big amount of like they fluffed the marketing for this game. I'm not gonna lie, but I recently purchased and played the Marvel Avengers game, and I'm gonna give you my honest and unbiased opinion on it.
Hmm.
Okay, so what I will say is the campaign was very surprising in a pleasant way. I was not expecting to be as invested in it as I thought I was, as I was. Like I was thinking, okay, it's a looter shooter game. They're just gonna use like a Marvel skins on it and say, okay, it's just a generic campaign where every mission just go from A to B, and there's really no revelations, nothing important, nothing of note. But I was wrong. Like, it was surprisingly investing.
Hmm.
And I was going into the game expecting to hate Miss Marvel, like Kamala Khan. Well,
Yeah.
okay, not hate her, but just not like her at the
You got
end.
vibe of her as like a protagonist. I sort of vibe I was getting when I first heard about her.
Yeah, but I actually grew to empathize with her quite a lot, and I'm like, hmm. You know what? Maybe they knew what they were doing when they picked her. Again,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have been my first choice, but I don't hate the fact that she's in the game.
A
And
lot of tweets I saw were people saying like, "Oh, this is Marvel's Kamala Khan, not Marvel's Avengers. This game's amazing." I'm like, that's interesting. That's not at all. I thought I was
oh
going to hear
yeah,
from this
yeah,
game.
she's basically our proxy in the game. Like she's the proxy for us. She's a huge
Yeah.
Avengers fan. She's really excited to meet her heroes, and then everything goes to shit. And then it's her job, or it's not her job to say. She takes it upon herself to
hmm
find all the Avengers and reassemble them. And I will say again, campaign very solid. The gameplay also actually surprisingly solid. I do like how in depth each character's combat is, and how there's a 3-page skill tree for each character. All right, I've only played the big four. Thor, Hulk, Cap, and Iron Man.
hmm
I felt if I'm gonna rank them in terms of who's the most fun to play to least, I would say it goes Thor, Cap, Iron Man, then Hulk.
Wait, from four being best or
Yeah,
least?
Thor being best.
Yeah, I felt like when I played the beta, I definitely felt I had most fun with four because it just felt like playing God of War.
Yeah, and when I tell you, right, imagine, right, yeah, you have God of War combat, and you're able to fly, and hit lightning.
Mm,
But yeah,
mm.
if not Thor, then definitely Captain America, because Captain America's combat, like hand to hand,
Felt like Batman's.
it did feel a lot like Batman's. And then you have this, instead of a batarang, you have the shield, which is awesome. Oh my god, I love playing as Captain America so much. I was looking forward to playing as him, and playing as him did not disappoint at all. So there were 3 characters I was really looking forward to playing as: Thor, Cap, and Hulk. Hulk, I will say, let me down. Um, I just feel like he doesn't feel as powerful as he should. Like, again, I feel cheap comparing it to like Hulk Ultimate Destruction, but I kind of wanted something like
Hmm.
that. Like, I mean, there are some really cool things he can do. Like, he can grab two enemies and like use them as boxing gloves. His
Oh yeah.
his ultimate ability, the thunderclap, which I would never ever get bored of. I love the thunderclap because I just love how even when he's charging it up, he's doing damage, and then once he unleashes it, it does a crap ton of damage. Um, again, when you level him up and unlock more of his abilities, he does get more fun to play, but it's not as fun as Cap or Thor. Like, Cap's shield in this game is one of the best parrying devices I've ever played. Right, because he has this thing where if you're about to get hit, so the enemies, they have three indicators. They have a blue, a yellow, and a red. A red one, just dodge it.
Hmm.
Blue or yellow, um, it's best to parry it, because like the red ones are unparryable, right, uncounterable. But if you parry with the shield, you did this massive like AOE effect where you stun every enemy in the vicinity, because obviously vibranium unleashes
Hmm.
kinetic energy. Side note, which I do like that they like sort of built upon that, but it was really, again, Captain America and Thor, two best people to play as. I was
Hmm.
I was I was really really hoping that they also did something where if you were Cap and you held your shield and Iron Man like shot his laser at you, you could reflect it off. I haven't tried that yet, but I don't think you can do it. But that's something that was going to be wishful thinking anyway. Now, that's let me see what else did I really like. Okay, I'll go back to the campaign. Um, I did really enjoy the level design in the campaign as well. Like, there were
Hmm.
a lot of really nice like platforming aspects, a lot of puzzle solving, and
Regarding level design, how is it actually? Because is it like in that little like hub world you choose the mission to go to like that, or is it like quite linear sort of thing? Like you're in one mission, then you're in the next, and hub worlds only for like if you want to do certain activities like multiplayer or those Warzone stuff.
so you start off in the hub world, and then you choose which missions you want to do, and in each mission, you're in a region, and the regions are pretty expansive, and each region, they have like loot boxes, mystery boxes to unlock, but in order to unlock some of them, you have to solve puzzles. Well, I say solve puzzles. It's literally just you have to find these yellow platforms or yellow boxes to break, to like create a not a pattern, but to just unlock the sequence to unlock the door.
Are those areas like you know how Destiny is you go to the planet and you can explore it there? Is it
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, it's explorable areas,
Yeah.
which
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I quite like, and they'll have little side quests within those explorable areas. So obviously you have your main objective, and then it's like, oh, if you go over to this part in this area, you'll fight an elite battle squad who are really tough. Or if you go to this section here, you have a prisoner that you have to free because he's part of a faction that you're aligned with, and those ones aren't really as rewarding. They just give you something called faction experience points, which is something where um in the game you have two factions. You have Shield and you have the Inhumans, and the more Inhumans you free, the more faction points you get with the Inhuman faction, and they'll give you like resources or patterns that you can use to unlock more costumes.
Hmm.
So yeah, the level design in the campaign, I really enjoyed that because you have various different, like I said, the platforming aspects the and the puzzle solving. That being said, they didn't. I don't know why they didn't feel to like they needed to be that ambitious with the multiplayer, like the multiplayer levels, because the multiplayer
Mm.
levels, I will say, they are very repetitive. If you're playing like the multiplayer level, the war zones on your own, they're not that fun. But when you're playing with people, like I've played with like two or three other people, right? and
Yeah.
we just grinded them. They are actually they are ridiculously fun. However,
Hmm.
matchmaking at the
Ooh.
moment is dreadful. uh, like you'll be lucky to actually get into a game. I'm just glad that, thanks to like the 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 game's subreddit, I was able to find people to play with. And we happened to jump on at the same time. And we're like, okay, let's play these war zones, or let's play these drop zones.
Hmm.
Um, Again, combat I do enjoy in the game. What else? But I will say there is one problem I do have, and that's some of um, the enemy types are just
All right.
ridiculously broken. There's like one hit from them will
Okay.
do like 3/4 of your health, and then whilst you're stunned, they will like freeze you in place.
Is that because like a level cap, like you're under level, or it's just in general?
It's just in general.
Oh yikes.
It's like sometimes at first I thought, okay, let me level up, and then I'll be able to like sweep through them. Nah, man. It's like if you level up, if you like usually what they try and do, they try to keep a 5 level gap between your character and the AI enemies. So it's like,
Hmm.
oh, you power yourself up to like say power level 50, in all your gear,
Yeah.
and then oh so, okay, so then you go to pick a war zone, and granted it's not all like this. It's just so the war zones you haven't completed yet, they will level up as you level up, if you get what I mean.
Hmm.
So they'll try and maintain a gap in power.
Or like they'll change the skill level.
Yeah,
They'll adjust it or whatnot.
yeah.
Hmm.
And another negative of the game I have is they don't at the moment they don't have many villains. Like the only ones in the game right now are Modoc, Taskmaster, and Abomination.
Is it like content is lacking sort of thing in that
Uh,
so far?
y- um, I would say yeah, content is
'Cause
lacking. My
that's been a thing with almost every, other than Division 2. And I don't know if I really want to count Monster Hunter as a games as a service because that's just Monster Hunter. But games like that, like Destiny, Division, Anthem, all these games, the ones that start with like a games as a service model, they've always had like terrible launches.
Yeah,
Where Avengers, I haven't been hearing terrible launches, but what I have been seeing is people saying give this game about another year and it'll be amazing.
yeah, no,
It's got a good foundation, but
that's the vibe I'm getting as well. Like it is a solid foundation for what could be a great game. At, as it stands, I'm saying it's a good game, but I wouldn't recommend anyone blow £60 on 55 pounds on it right now. I'd say wait for it to go down in price, um,
mm,
or if you want to wait a year, get it next year. I'm not saying it's not a game where I would say okay if you're like a die-hard Marvel Avengers fan like I am. I would say it's a solid purchase to play for the campaign and just to play as Thor and Cap, and just have, because you know what, all the level gaps or all the skill gaps that they have are made so worth it when you bounce the shield off of like 8 enemies and it comes back to you and then you kick it back at them, or when you pin 2 guys to the wall with the hammer and then you beat the living crap out of someone else whilst they're still pinned, and you're letting your teammates beat the crap out of them, basically getting them free damage on them,
mm.
and then you call back the hammer and it does damage as you call it back. But I've seen the what's it called, the so there was a data mine for the game
Oh, okay.
where they show all the planned characters.
Yeah, I saw a leak on that as well. Like Spider Man's gonna be in the, or Spider Man's already pretty much confirmed, but
Yeah,
like they show like Black Panther and whatnot.
yeah, and you know what? I saw the leak list of characters, and I'm like, yo, this game in the future will actually be really, really, really good. Like,
Let's see. Let's look at the list. Marvel.
because off the top of my head, who I can think, the leaked list included Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Vision, War Machine, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Marvel. Who else? Who else? Who else? Mockingbird. I think She Hulk was in it as well. I think that.
Where is it? Where is it? I just saw a list, but I got an ad block from Forbes. There we go. Okay, I agree. Oh wow, this site's not even using. Okay, so I got a list here. So we got Ant-Man, Black Panther, uh, Marvel, Mockingbird. We got a bunch of cool. Thing is, why couldn't they have these? This is what I find annoying about live games as a service. Why couldn't they have these characters from the get-go?
Yeah,
Like, why not delay your game, spend a bit more time?
work up.
It's a service. It's a game model I hate, but I mean, if the game's good, then if the game is good as it is now, then hopefully, obviously, it will get better in the future. But yeah, I really preferred if they added all these characters now.
Yeah,
Like that Hawkeye reveal was a bit of a like, why would you reveal it and then not have him at launch? Like, come on.
I know that's another thing that really frustrated me
Yeah,
because I would have loved those core six Avengers that we got in the movies to be in the game,
yeah.
and I don't I don't know why they like okay we're gonna leave Hawkeye for later,
Mhm.
but but looking at that leaked list of characters, I'm like okay so they're gonna have a nice little balance between superpowered characters, melee fighters, and flight characters.
What with the game? What about the monetization behind it? Because I heard like almost every hero has a battle pass or some equivalent.
So from the get go, like the from the main six, right? Your battle pass is already unlocked,
Okay.
right? And again, the battle passes are literally just for stuff like emotes and
Skin.
costumes.
So okay, so the social game with cosmetics and whatnot.
Yeah, cosmetics. They add there's n- there's no gear locked behind any money unless you count the £60 for the game, but thing there's no like there's no ultimate attacks that are used to what's it called that are hidden behind a transaction. It's literally just skins and emotes and what's it called? The thing that you put behind the gamer tag. I don't know what the name of it is.
Like titles and seals and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, like title
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are generally what they have behind the battle pass.
Hmm.
But
That doesn't seem too bad,
yeah,
yeah,
but
for monetization.
I have a fear. I have a fear that for the you know delay, I feel like they'll charge you for more battle passes. But
For characters later, like for the same characters later on, to like get another suit.
yeah, to get other suits.
The battle pass system is an annoying idea, especially in games where you pay full price for it anyway. Because like these
Yeah,
skins, and shit, there should be shit that you unlock by playing the game, or make it like hard to get or something, so it feels more worth getting the skin
yeah.
with cosmetic and whatnot.
It's like
I don't know, man. Game as a service, I don't like the model,
I,
but like one of my
I,
games that I have like so many hours in is Destiny. That's a games as a live service thing, and
yeah.
I can't chat shit about that.
The games model. I'm not again. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't. Yeah, again, live service games, not something that. Again, when I heard that this was going to be a live service game, I tempered my expectations. I'm like, okay, it's gonna have a ceiling as to how good it is.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the Spider-Man equivalent.
Oh yeah, no, no. It was. I knew from the get go. Like the second they said live service, so I'm like, okay, so I can forget having the immersion that Spider Man gave me for this game. But you know what? I am really excited for that Spider Man Miles Morales.
Launch title as well, I think. So
Yeah. Oh,
I can't wait to play that.
I need a PS5. I need a PS5. Anyone watching this, feel free
Get it on Argos card. Just get it on Argos card. Pay £10 a month. Sorted.
Wait, is that an option?
Yeah, you can, with Argos you can if you get an Argos card you can pay monthly for items.
Ah.
I think you can pay like £10. I think you have to pay a bit more because you're doing it on the option. So it won't be the PS4 5 price. It'll be a bit more, but you can still do it.
That might have to be an option. It's like it's like
It's
financing a
basically
car.
financing. Yeah, it's like financing a car. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's such a East London boy thing to do. I like,
Finance. Yeah.
and I'm a North London boy. We don't do that. We don't do
We
that.
buy
We
outright,
buy outright. All right.
which is what I'm gonna be doing. Using my part-time job money for PS5. It's
Mm.
gonna be well worth.
I need, oh, man. I need these these companies to hire me ASAP, man. I've been doing
November is just a terrible month, man. There's too much stuff coming out in November.
what's that? Okay,
Let
what?
me load up a list, but off the top of my head, like the games I'm most interested in is there's the new Destiny 2's getting its big update.
Oh, right, another
Uh,
expansion.
yeah, the big one.
Nice,
Big,
nice.
big. I say loosely because like it's there's a lot of content they're adding and a lot of content they're removing. So
What?
yeah, they're removing content because there's not enough space in their servers or some shit.
Oh, right.
So yeah, stuff like that. There's Destiny. There's yet the new Yakuza game, which I've been waiting so long. It came in like January for Japan, and then there's Cyberpunk, which comes out a week after, and then like 3 days after Cyberpunk, you got the new Zelda. The spin-off that was announced today, the Age of Calamity. It's like those Dynasty Warriors games that got announced, and November's just fully messed up, man, because there's just too much shit going out.
Hmm.
This is like November 2020. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Even more games. Okay. So we have. God damn it. Let me use my ad blocker. Games radar. There we go. Okay. So. I don't care about September. Go away. November. You got the new Bakugan game. Okay, I'm joking. But you got Destiny. You got Destiny 2's DLC, Call of Duty Black Ops, the new one, the Cold War one, the new Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, the Yakuza game, Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, and now Thing got announced today as well. Um, the new Zelda game. I'm just like, why November? Like, I don't know what game to play. I really want to play Yakuza, but then I also want to play Cyberpunk. I'll put some time in for Destiny, and then also play Zelda. And I'm fucked. But
It's like when you have a look at, it's like one of those days where you're really bored. You look at your games library, and you're like, you know what? I have so many options to pick from, but I don't want to do any of them because they all require an immense amount of dedication.
time, yeah. I just recently got back into playing Persona 5 Royal. I was on Saturday. I just picked it up because I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna carry on playing it." Luckily, I remember how the game works and everything because I always hate when you have to restart a game. But
Hmm.
I was on 45 hours on Saturday, and that was from like May till about July. I just had 45 hours, and then up till today, I'm currently on 100. So I just put 55 hours in like 5 days. I've been banging out that game. It's so fucking good.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to give my score for the game. Crap.
Oh, what'd you get? Let me guess.
I would say,
8.
yeah, eight,
8 or a 7.
8 or 7.5. One thing I forgot to add, right, is the actual like Avengers in the game, not counting Kamala Khan, their characterizations, aside from Tony Stark, are actually all really like intriguing, and I'm like I really actually do like their personas. For me, they dropped the ball with Tony because they tried. It's not that they tried too hard to make him um RDJ's version. It's more so that they tried to make him RDJ's funny version, like the moments where he's only being
And it
quippy.
was only yeah, okay.
It seems more like Deadpool.
I do feel like it's the same voice actor though.
Yeah, Nolan
I do
North.
feel like Nolan North, his quippy side, his funny side is the side that shows best. But I feel like when in the context of Iron Man, it's a bit awkward since we've had RDJ do the fucking amazing job
Yeah,
he did.
yeah, it's just gonna sound like too much of a rip off at this point.
Yeah,
And
they had a good fucking cast for that game
yeah,
for Avengers.
I always Troy Baker does a solid job as Hulk, as Bruce Banner. He's so good. Like he's just so good at capturing damaged people.
Does he do Hulk as well, or just Bruce Banner?
Yeah, he does Hulk and Bruce Banner.
Oh, he has both. Whoa,
Yeah, but like I can
dude's versatile, man.
he is one of the goat voice actors of
hmm
our generation. Like
Joker, Joel, Batman. He's done so much. He was Red Hood
yeah,
in Arkham Knight.
he's Hawkeye in the Avengers animated series.
This one.
The really bad Disney ones, not the good Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Which, oh man, that was
Which one? Are you on the Are you on about the Avengers Assemble one?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Yeah.
is fine for a kids show. I just wish it was like
Not the one with the really cool intros like
nah.
Avengers we will fight it. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
It's not that. It's not that one. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Again, my recommendation would be wait for a sell price. Wait,
Mm.
unless you're like a really die-hard Avengers fan and you just really want to play Thor and Cap, I would say wait for a sell price. If you really want to play a store, pick up God of War. that's
Yeah, God of War is like my second favorite game of all time. So
that's
yeah.
that's the best thing. That's the best advice I could give. But yeah, wait for a sell price and wait for there to be more content and characters in the game. And I really hope that in the future that they update it so that the multiplayer expands to 6 players. Because like
Oh
you have,
yeah, I do feel like
it's the Avengers, man. You have to have a six man team. So like if you know what, I think they inadvertently made the best Fantastic Four game. Because no,
I feel like a Fantastic Four linear co-op game would be, would be fucking great
yeah.
if they did that.
No, but hear me out when I say this, okay? They got a person with stretchy powers. They got
Kamala
they got
Khan.
they got a person that flies and fires projectiles. Actually, they got 2 people that flies and fire projectiles in Thor and Cap and Thor and Iron Man. You
They
know,
got a hot woman
yeah, Black Widow, uh,
and they got
and
a big dude.
and you got a big bulky dude in the Hulk. And if you really want to go there, what's it called? I think like Iron Man, he has a sort of force field attack like the Invisible Woman would.
Isn't MODOK a scientist?
MODOK is a scientist.
Doctor Doom.
There we go.
There you go. There we go. That game was just a Fantastic Four game reskin.
Yeah,
It might have been actually thinking about it, and then it's like, no, that doesn't sell. Fucking make an Avengers game.
yeah, but
Fan Forstick was terrible.
yeah, but you know what? In the future, I have hope for the Fantastic Four on the big screen.
Give
'Cause
me my, John
John
Krasinski,
Krasinski, man, it's just like
Emily Blunt.
it's there, it's right there, Marvel. Just
Yeah.
take it, just take it. You don't even
Who
have to
who
pay
they
us.
get as the other dudes? Who
That
did they
is
get as like Johnny or the Thing?
that is a good question. For me, I would want someone for Johnny Storm. I would want someone around think Tom Holland's age because I
Yeah.
because what I really want is something I really enjoyed in the Ultimate Comics was thing Johnny Storm, Iceman, and Spider Man. They had this like this they had this like friendship going on because like they were all around the same age. I think they were like college roommates. They
Oh
were
man.
bros in it, and I think in the Ultimate Comics when Peter was like getting killed by the Sinister Six, but like when he died, like Iceman and Johnny Storm were there trying to help him.
Mm.
But obviously
Yeah, having someone that age would be good.
yeah
I feel like for the Thing, I don't know why, but I'm just thinking John DiMaggio would work as a voice.
yeah you know what, that actually would be really good. I love John DiMaggio's
John
voice.
DiMaggio would be sick as the Thing. I mean, he looks like the Thing as well. He's
Mm.
ginger.
Yeah,
Thing's orange.
that is true. Who? Because I'm
Who would be Johnny?
trying to think.
I don't want to say Tom Holland because Tom Holland would be a great fit, but obviously can't do that.
Yeah, someone young.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Oh man,
He's an amazing actor, but I don't think he can do that.
nah. I feel like I do think he does deserve a shot to be in the MCU though.
He
Like,
definitely does. His acting skills are amazing.
like
He should definitely be in it.
he wouldn't fill the void left by Chris Evans and RDJ, but he would do a good job in helping you take your mind off of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot Iron Man's dead.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's quote unquote dead.
He's gonna come back.
Yeah, no, but I don't envy Marvel at the moment because like obviously with I think Chadwick Boseman passing away, it's just
Oh
like
yeah,
it's
rip.
just like you're caught in between a rock and a hard place. Obviously, first and foremost, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Hope his all the best to his family and friends, close friends, all the people who he inspired, and you just the impact he made on Hollywood because he had a thing for playing black icons.
He had that baseball movie.
Yeah, 42. He played Jackie Robinson, uh,
Yeah.
Get On Up, and obviously Black Panther.
His last movie was that 21 Trains, wasn't it, or something? The one the Russos did.
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I think he played a detective in that movie.
Yeah.
And he
I
was
wanted to watch that. Look good.
yeah he was actually supposed to play a samurai in some. I think a movie was called Yasuke or something like that, where he was going to play a black samurai. Like
Okay.
who historically I think that there was actually a black samurai called Yasuke. Again, don't quote me on that. I'll look that up.
Gaijin Samurai.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just sad that it's such
Hmm.
a young age, you know, relatively speaking, because obviously 43 to me isn't young, but for to young to die at, it's a young age to die.
Yeah, not even lived. Like I always think 50 is halfway through someone's life.
Yeah,
You gonna hit that age.
and the worst part is his career was literally just taking off.
Hmm.
Like it's sad to think. So I do not envy Marvel in having to recast him, but I think I mean I could throw a couple. I could throw a name out there. Say maybe this guy might fit.
Who's that?
John David Washington.
Oh, is he Denzel's kid?
Yeah,
Yeah, from I need to watch Tenet. He'll be a very good replacement. Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like it would be what's it called? I think it'd be a nice like sort of full circle thing because obviously Denzel Washington paid for Chadwick Boseman's education,
Education, yeah, the
the
scholarship shit, yeah.
scholarship, yeah, and so like having John David Washington come in and fill the role that um,
Mm,
Chadwick Boseman like propelled. I feel like that would be a nice little. It'd just be a nice little like story, like a nice little, full, all things come full circle.
mm,
And now it's time for me to pay it forward to someone else because that's I think that's the one lesson that Chadwick Boseman wanted people to take from Denzel Washington's generous payment of his scholarship. It's like he believed in that idea of do something and pay it forward, which is a really really good mindset to have, if I'm being honest. I mean, obviously don't want to end on a sad note like that, but uh, I'm trying to think. So yeah, what else have you been up to?
Me, well, my main thing. Oh fuck! I don't know how I'm talking about this. So obviously, we big anime boys. We big fan of the a certain shonen JoJo.
Yeah,
Uh, I didn't know, but there was this. I saw it online. People were saying I saw a meme about it, and a lot of people didn't even respond. Like, yeah, this shit's facts. It was saying the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Father, I'm going to talk about that later. The Son was Berserk, and the Holy Spirit was JoJo, and the Father was Fist of the North Star.
yeah,
And recently, I started watching Fist of the North Star. I finished the first sort of season, the six. So there's 6 parts. Part 1 to 4 is just called Hokuto no Ken, and then part 5 and 6 is Hokuto no Ken 2. And I finished Hokuto no Ken 1. Boy, that it's old. It's dated.
they're very dated. Yeah,
It's very dated, but I can watch it and appreciate how good that shit is. Fist
yeah,
of the North Star is
it's
fucking
it's
amazing.
iconic. Yeah, no, because Fist of North Star, Berserk, and JoJo's they're the '80s Buffman manga, isn't it?
Yeah. And Fist of the North Star, it's so fucking good, man. Like, even though it's old and like the animation's choppy, like they reused the same scene like so many times.
Oh man,
Like
oh my
Kenshiro
god.
keeps going through red t-shirt after red t-shirt, ripping them over and over again. But boy, the story in that is fucking good.
And of course, it gave birth to one of the greatest, if not the greatest, anime meme of all time.
Yeah, the Omoe wo
Shinde.
Shinderu.
Nani?
There's so much more memes I've been seeing in JoJo. I mean, not JoJo, in Fist of the North Star because of that. Like, there's this one character. He's like a kid who follows Ken. His
Mhm.
name's Bat, and this village gets invaded. Kenshiro does his Omae shit, and then Bat's also like he's getting kung fu. He's getting ready to do the art, the North Star style. He taps the enemy on the head. He's like Omae wa mu Shinderu, and then the enemy's like, "What the fuck? I'm gonna die." He's like, "Yes, you'll die in 3 seconds." And he counts 1, 2, 3, and then he cuts to the enemy's face, like going, "No, I'm gonna die." And then you just see Bat running away. And I was like, "Yo, that's the original Nigaranda yo."
Yep. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that was." I genuinely thought he was gonna hold his own in that fight there. But bro, Fist of the North Star, I would definitely recommend for you to watch that. It's dated, but boy, is it good.
Mhm. Yeah. No.
And there's
Cause
a bunch of franchises with it as well. There's so with the original 2 series, I mean 2 parts. There's one that came out in 2003, which is called Shin, which is new of Fist of the North Star. And then there are movie retellings. If you can find those online for me, watch those.
I saw one of them. It was like 2011. The animation was really good. I really like the animation style. Like even of the old one because I like the art style of the manga.
Yeah.
Uh, because it is very similar to that of you know
Dragon Ball Z old vibe of the anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I've recently, again, on top of One Piece. Let me see what else I've been watching. I watched again. I watched Bleach.
Oh,
Is
you finished it.
Well, I finished the anime. I've yet to start. Like I've yet to
Thousand Year Blood
finish.
War.
Yeah, the Thousand
Uh,
Year Blood War. I really enjoyed Bleach. Like
yeah, Bleach is great. Bleach is fucking great.
the I skipped all the fillers except for the Zanpakuto
Mhm.
because I heard that one was really good and it was solid. Again,
What was the filler arc from like episode 60 on to like episode
oh
110 or something?
the Bount arc.
That was so fucking long. And like as a kid, well, I was gonna say I was in secondary school then, so I didn't mind filler. But if I were to watch that now, holy shit,
Yeah,
I'll
no, no,
fucking fall asleep.
I couldn't imagine waiting week to week for that. I'm like, no, thank you. I had and like had some, but I will say the show has some of the best openings in any anime I've ever watched.
Opening one is fucking iconic, man.
It's so dun, 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 dun.
How did you feel about the Eisen reveal, or did you know about that beforehand?
See, it was. I knew about that beforehand because I was
Oh,
watching a video, a review of Jump Force, and it's like, oh, it was and the guy was playing Ichigo facing Aizen. So I'm like,
okay.
and then when I get to Bleach, and you see Aizen as the captain, I'm like, wait, I thought this guy was,
It was bad.
yeah, I thought he was the villain, and then I saw he was, and then his quote unquote assassination happens, and from that second I'm like, oh, okay, he's not really dead. He that this is a fake out, but I thought it was just a dummy body, but nah, freaking, I forgot his Zanpakuto name. It's
Mm,
Kyoka Soigetsu.
yeah.
That thing is bamf. Like that is the most overpowered ability in that. Well, maybe not in the show, but it's one of the most overpowered abilities in anime. It's like why do the villains always get the good powers? Don't make no sense.
Dirty deeds done that cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I gonna say? Have you seen the other thing Kubo's done? The Burn the
Burn the
Witch.
Witch, no, but I heard it's pretty solid.
I read the first chapter. It was okay. It was nice to see new Kubo content. I want to wait for it when it gets animated. 'Cause I think it's gonna be a movie,
Mm.
so I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Apparently, it gives people like Harry Potter vibes.
Yeah, it's like spells and shit. It takes place in London or England and shit.
Yeah, reverse London is what they call it, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like
It
oh,
is. It
Salt
is
Society
interesting.
West Branch.
Oh, and you gone?
No, what you can say? What you can say?
I was gonna say another franchise or shit manga I've been reading. So I said it earlier. Trail of Blood.
Hmm?
So I don't know if you know that YouTuber Super Eye Patch Wolf.
No, I'm not
He, he,
familiar.
do- he does like deep like analysis videos on like manga, video games, whatnot, anime. And the video was titled "This the manga that breaks people." So I clicked on the video. I didn't watch the video fully. I just went straight to the comments to see if I could find the title or anything. I found the title. It's called Trail of Blood. And I started reading it. And I don't read. Usually, I'm just into my sports manga, like Slam Dunk, Real, all that stuff, or my action shit, like Berserk, Vagabond, any fucking generic shonen out there. But JoJo, I should say. But then this thing is tagged as psychological and horror. So I like both those franchises and genres in movies. Let me try and give this a read. And it's about a boy and his mum and their very close relationship. And it's a very uncomfortable relationship. There's nothing weird. There's nothing incesty about it or anything. It's just they're really close.
Oh dear.
And something happens in chapter 5, which is like, what the fuck is wrong with this mum? Like, this is fucking scary now. It's made by this dude Osamu Shuzo, and he's been quite well known in like the psychological world, like the shit of manga. Boy, it is so fucking. I binged all of it in one night. It is so good, and I think it's almost coming to an end. But bro, I'd 100% recommend you read Trail of Blood. It's so like you just want to know what happens next. Like you want to find out what's going on, what's this happening, what's that. It's super fucked up. It's just weird and makes you think. Ah, shit. I kind of don't want to ask my mum for dinner tonight. I don't know what she put in it or some stuff like that. It's fucking mad. It's so good.
I
But
see.
yeah, Trail Blood is one manga I've been reading.
Yeah, no. And I've been really, really intrigued recently by the whole rise of webtoons.
Okay, you've been reading some goss or anything?
I've once the anime season ends, I'm gonna start reading Goss and catch up from there.
Are you gonna go from where the anime ends or go straight from the beginning?
Go from where the anime ends. Actually, no, no,
I
no.
would say
I was gonna get. So I was thinking. Originally, I was going to be from where anime ends, but I'm like, apparently they've missed a lot.
there's a lot of epic fights and stories. Like they changed some story in the anime.
Oh,
Uh, like some parts of like you know when Mujin when he gave Deku fucking what's wrong with me when he gave Mori the divine pellet thingy.
yeah,
Yeah, they changed that little story part there. Something different happens, but yeah, there's a lot of fights they skipped out on, and I mean the anime is good for an anime only perspective, but there's a lot of shit they're missing out on,
yeah.
and the pacing is a bit weird. Like the wedding episode just gets thrown out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Like,
Even in the webtoon, I wasn't expecting that, but because I can take it as a light-hearted shonen, it was fine.
it is a really good show. Like,
Yeah, the animation's on point, dude.
yeah, and
So good.
especially when I'm comparing it to I think like Tower of God. Everyone was building that up so much, so that
So
I
boring,
watched the first season. I'm like, bro, nothing happens in this.
but I didn't even finish it. Bro, I went to like halfway. I
I've
think I
heard,
said it before.
I've
In the
heard,
webtoon, I got halfway.
I've heard the manga is really good. The webtoon is really good, but and from what I've heard, like what they're planning for season 2 is supposed to be really good. But I'm like,
So the webtoon, I got up to the hide and seek games. I was fucking bored, man. It was boring. There's a lot of world building and shit, which I think that's why it gets a lot of respect for. People call it
the One Piece of webtoons.
the One Piece of webtoons, yeah, but bro, One Piece wasn't that boring when I was into One Piece.
Bro, when I first started One Piece originally, it was a really shitty 4 Kids dub.
Oh, the Gaio
Yeah,
opening.
yeah.
I love that opening.
I love that opening so much. Even though it's so bad, it's one of those so bad it's good, and you have to love it because it's so
He's
bad
the
it's good.
king of the pirates
It,
in the Green Line.
like that's one thing you gotta give 4 Kids. Their ability to make really really solid dub openings because like what they give you the Yu-Gi-Oh and
Mm.
I think their best one was Shaman King.
I never watched Song King before Kids Up, but
Uh,
oh, speaking of Shaman King, that's coming back, isn't it?
yeah, they're doing a 2021 anime, but
Mm.
Shaman King's 4 Kids opening. If you listen to it, you'll be like, okay, okay, yeah, I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm. I don't think they'll ever use it again, but it'd be a missed opportunity to not.
Mm.
But One Piece's world building is really good. I have to say, I love how he will set something up in one arc, and like say in episode like 40, and then it will come back all the way in episode 450 to pay it off. I'm like, yo, I'd completely forgotten about him setting it up, and then he pays it off. I'm like, yo, that's clever still. And the characters in One Piece are great. Like I love the Straw Hats. I don't think there's a single Straw Hat that I dislike. I'm trying to think, no, not a single one that I dislike.
Usopp.
I mean, Usopp's a joker, but the best for me, the best character in the series is Jinbei.
Jinbei.
My top 3 characters be Jinbei, Luffy, and probably either Ace or Zoro.
Okay, I was getting scared if you didn't say Ace. He was the reason I watched that show, man. I fucking loved Ace's character.
Ace
So
is
fucking cool.
Ace is a really cool character, and you know he's a cool character because he's like he's got barely any screen time when you think about it. It's like he didn't actually get much screen time.
Who's that?
Ace, but
Oh, you talking about Ace? Oh, he's talking about something else.
yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't actually get that much screen time. But then when spoiler
when he
happens,
was on. Oh yeah, it just hurts.
it just hurts. You're like crap.
Mm.
And when he's not on, even though he didn't have much screen time, you still felt his lack of presence. Or
He was like a big brother for all the watchers, sort of,
yeah, and
like as he was to Luffy.
yeah, I do like Sabo as well. I think
Oh,
Sabo's
Sabo's amazing. Yeah, Sabo's
Sabo's a
sick.
great character. Sabo, have you watched Stampede?
No, I haven't watched it. Yeah, the
Watch
movie.
watch Stampede is really it's a the best
I
thing.
need to catch up first.
it's not a canon movie, so it doesn't really
Mm.
spoil anything. But I will say, if I had to compare it to anything, it would be the Broly movie,
Oh, okay.
because it's literally just one elongated fight scene, but it's really good. The animation's on point. I love the animation that they're using for the current arc in the anime, and the obviously that they'll be using in the movies. And I feel like if there's another Dragon Ball movie, they'll be using that same animation style, art style. I should say, not animation style,
Yeah.
art style. I always get the two mixed up. But aside from that, nothing else.
Not much else. Nah, I've just been playing either searching for jobs, playing Persona, and yeah, just reading and watching anime,
Yeah, man,
rant mangas.
job searching.
Bro, I would say defo play Persona, dude. Persona 5 rules. So I played Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita and really enjoyed it. But for some reason, I just couldn't get into Persona 5. I bought Persona 5, I dropped it, and then I bought Persona 5 Royal. I had that on hiatus because I had like Final Fantasy 7 to play, the Yakuza, Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima. But I just picked it up again, and boy, Royal is so fucking good.
Okay,
Such a good game.
that's going on the list, the ever expanding list. That'll probably never shorten up.
Bro, no, like put it up in the list, bro. It's high school isekai-ish sort of game where you have to make these corrupt people not corrupt, but then there's a bigger story, and then there's all the romances and shit. Boy, it's fucking bro. The character. So I didn't know which romance option I was going for, which wife I was going for, but there's these moves in the game called showtimes, where you do like a big flashy fuck off move, and one of the characters, she literally did the Kenshiro, oh, and then went. Ah, da, 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 da. I was like, oh my god. Purely because I'm watching Fist right now, she's gonna be the wife I go for.
Okay, well that
It's so fucking good.
okay, okay. Persona 5, yeah.
Persona 5 Royal.
Okay,
That's the
what console is it on?
PS4 only.
Okay, wait, that's weird. It's a PS4 exclusive game, but Joker from Persona is in Smash Bros.
Yeah. It's Persona. What was it Persona 5? So Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5 was the first one. Royal was just like a quality of life update with a little non-canon extra content.
Oh, okay.
And then they made a game called Persona Scramble, Persona 5 Scramble, which is only out in Japan for PS4 and Switch.
Oh, okay.
Which is a Dynasty Warriors game, but it's a Persona 5 sequel, and then they put Joker in it, of course, because he's on Nintendo now.
All right.
But yeah,
Interesting.
Persona 5 is fucking great.
Like,
You'll fucking love it, 100%.
all you had to say to me was the characters have stands.
Oh yeah, Persona's a stands. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like that's all you needed to say, and I would have been like, because I
Is
just,
there like a multiple stand user in JoJo? There isn't, is there?
I mean,
Some.
if you count Poochie,
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
granted he because like he has three different stands,
Yeah.
and they all
I
have
mean, like that's what you are in Persona. You can control. It's kind of like Pokemon as well, where you have to negotiate with the stands to make them work for you and use them in combat,
different. Oh,
and
that
like just exploring like Japan is just so fucking sick.
okay. Sounds fun.
Oh, the game's amazing.
Okay, that's
And like you,
going
you
up
go
the
to
list.
school and you have to actually do exams. I'm like, oh, this is mad. I'm learning.
Oh, okay.
One of
That's
the questions was like hella deep. I can't remember what it was, but it made me think. For I was like, that is some deep shit. The month
you're very
July is
nice.
named after a guy called Julius. I did not know that.
You didn't come on, man.
Nah. August is named after some dude called Augustine or some shit. I was like, whoa, I did not know this. This is hard hitting facts.
Yeah, cause well, yeah, cause I think cause Julius Caesar, he added that's the reason why October is the 10th month and not the 8th month,
8th month because he added July and
he added
August.
July and August.
As big brain.
Because originally it was it was a 10-month calendar, so there were more days in each month. But then what's it called? Big brain Julius decided, nah, fuck it, let's make it a bit more symmetrical, you know, so we can make 12 months, divide it by, you know, obviously have 30 days, around average of 30 days each month, because you know, sun is 360 degrees, 360 divided by 30 is 12.
Mm. man, that game's too good. Need to play it. I haven't played any today. I've been playing this other game called Divinity, but yeah.
But again, I think that should wrap us up for this week. We're going on an hour now. It's
Nice.
been a good one. I think I like this new format. Compared,
Yeah, just more conversation, like rather than just dropping news bombs every week.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
in COVID times where it's weird because again, there has been news, but it hasn't been like how pre-COVID it would be like okay we'd have like 4 or 5 stories a week to talk about.
Hmm.
Hasn't been like that. It would be like okay one we'll have like one big story.
You can't really plan around like back then. You could plan around news because you need like they'll tease it, whereas now it's like no one's dropping any information when they do. It's all random. I know. Like Nintendo just today announced that new Breath of the Wild prequel. Last week they announced the flipping Mario remaster.
Mm. So yeah, you
From Software still hasn't dropped any news on Elden Ring. So
yeah it's a tough one. That's why we have to adapt in it. So we'll adapt,
mhm.
and this time hopefully will be more regular. It's like
Yeah.
again I because I've been really annoyed at myself for constantly putting it off. So I'm like
Mm.
you know what?
Yeah. Same.
Even though we don't have that much of an audience, it's like still I feel like as a matter of principle, like I said I'm gonna do this. I'm not just gonna drop it. I want
Yeah, we gotta do it.
yeah, but
Mm.
that that should be wrapping that up. Where can we find you, Rafi?
On my Twitters and my mainly just Twitter nowadays, whatnot. Twitch, Raffi XCV Triple I.
Oh, you have a Twitch account.
Yeah, I have Twitch.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I I have a bunch of. I haven't streamed in fuck knows how long because I think I stopped streaming once I dropped Sekiro, and then when I picked up, I didn't bother streaming again. But I think I should begin streaming again soon because a bunch of people. I got Xbox Game Pass now.
Oh,
A
nice.
bunch of horror games.
Send me the link to your Twitch and I'll put that in the like description.
Cool, cool. Let me find that now.
Okay. So what? Just Twitter and Instagram, yeah, and Twitch.
Yeah, Twitter and IG, same thing. Raffi XEV Triple I.
All right. And with me, you can find me on again Twitter, Ijaz SSJ3, Instagram IGSSJ3, LinkedIn, but that's only if you want to hire me for something, you know.
Oh yeah, LinkedIn for me as well. I need like I think I need like one more connection. I got 100.
Yeah, man. Whereas I need one more connection and I'll have one.
Oh yeah, I'll find you on LinkedIn right now. I'll be
Hey, see that's why we're friends. That's why we're friends. We help each other. But anyway, that's the show for the week. I forgot what will be. Yeah, the gyros signing off. Remember,
yeah,
always shit before you shower.
and read Berserk. Damn,
Uh,
it's been a while since we
yeah,
said that.
it's good. See you guys.